Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing the brand new Volumio Motivo streamer. To call this a streamer though is somewhat underdoing its capabilities. It's an amazing streaming transport. It's an amazing standalone streamer if you're using its analog outputs. It's an amazing headphone amplifier. It's easy to use. It's absolutely stunning from every element of its connections in and out. If you're using this as a transport, it's worth noting that every single digital output has its separate isolation power supply signal path. If you're using it as a streamer in a traditional sense, the outputs are ESS Sabre DACs, 24-bit, 300 and whatever it is kilohertz. Absolutely stunning digital outputs. It has noise-free LAN connection using a galvanic isolation. Basically, the network noise is electrically isolated. There is no potential of any of that noise ending up in the streamer. Then that network signal is reclocked to ensure that there is no error or defect in that from a timing perspective. It's just like a clock inside a CD transport or DAC. The timing of that digital signal is equally as important as the signal itself. So they've done it all. They've thought about every single part of this product, how to make it utterly perfect, and then they've put an 8-inch touchscreen on board, an excellent, easy to use app, all of those set up as a breeze. Everything in this product has been thought out perfectly. So let's have a look. Firstly, the boxes, relatively muted. Obviously the Motivo from Volumio, touchscreen streaming amplifier and transport, designed and made in Italy. There's a line drawing perhaps, and you'll see this, by the way, it's pretty cool. This little red dot will appear and you'll see why when you see the product, and please, as always, hang around for the close-up photographs. We've got an emulation of this stuff here, Google Play and Apple App Store. We've got an implication of some of its potential here. High-res audio, DSD audio, ESS technology, USB inputs, Q-Buzz, Tidal, Connect, Tidal, all of those things covered off, as well as now Roon Ready. We've got scannable information on one side, both product information and the serial number, and opening this is really straightforward. It's sealed closed with a couple of circular sticky dots, big ones, so a quick slice of those and then the lid slides off the top. Very straightforward. Again, the packaging absolutely lovely. We see a little hint here with, if you can just see the photo with the lighting, I guess, the Volumio branding, a piece of cardboard. We've got the closed cell foam, that is that extra layer of protection. We've got some information about Roon and the Roon Ready nature of the new Volumio products. And then a really comprehensive user guide. Now this is in, it's just in English. I thought something so large would have multi-language, it's not. So again, hugely brilliant to see such a comprehensive user manual. Get to see the first glimpse at the product as it sits again in this custom cut foam. There's that red dot we saw on the packaging, and that's a whole lot more than just aesthetics, as we'll see in a moment. Now, lifting the unit out and putting it off to one side for a moment, we get to dive into some of the other accessories hidden in the packaging. In the box, basic white box, we've got a multi-voltage power supply. This one comes pre-fitted with one of the American standards. We're going to get rid of that, for something else, UK, and we're going to clip in the New Zealand one. The power supply itself will handle anything from 100 volts to 240, and its output is 4 amps, 9 volts. So very high current and voltage power supply. Drilling into the packaging again and taking a fistful of the other accessories before getting rid of the box, we've got a balanced cable. There's actually two of those. The output from this product, and you'll see in a moment, and again, as always, hang around for the photographs. The unit itself has a multi sort of input-output socket on the back, and you'll see that. They've given us a couple of modest balanced cables to ensure that this can be connected to a decent integrated amplifier or a preamp of some kind. Right, now the Volumio streamer. First of all, the red dot. Let's introduce it. This is one of those things that you push and hold and it turns itself off, like properly off, or tap and it comes out of standby and things along those lines. Again, 8-inch full touchscreen. You can multi-gesture, all of those types of things. So as far as its ease of use, it's absolutely bang on. It's snappy in its operation. It's got a quad-core processor on board, so it's not sluggish. It can handle all of the cover art, all of the things you might ask and search and things along those lines. It's got a couple of gigs of RAM on board as well. Everything you could possibly need from a control perspective. Down the bottom, right in the centre there, we've got the Volumio Motivo logo, and that's protected with a little plastic sort of cover. It's pre-cut, by the way, at the top, at the back, so you can slip it carefully off the red dot. Okay, get rid of that. Beautiful finish. Now, what these videos never really sort of portray is how well something is built. This product is an extruded aluminium. It's absolutely lovely, and even the felt pads that stop it from scratching and perhaps slide it around nicely are beautifully cut and absolutely perfect. It's just lovely. It's got a lovely fit to it and lovely feel as well. On the base we've got an emulation of the model information and serial number, Motivo and the Volumio and its serial number again, along with some basic compliance and other things along those lines. So at the back you get a look at its true nature as far as how flexible this product is. The power supply, that's the boring stuff for obvious reasons. And then we've got a network socket, and again, although this supports Wi-Fi and all of those things as you would expect, please, if you're streaming good content, please attach this via a network cable. Don't start an arms race with your Wi-Fi trying to run all of this wirelessly. Above it we've got two USBs. Now these are capable of managing large hard drives, and speed and everything like that is absolutely perfect, of course, as well. It's worth mentioning that it has Bluetooth on board and it supports Bluetooth 5, so everything's covered off. The HDMI has some unusual logos with it. It's the I2S. Now this, if you're utilizing this as a transport out to a high-end product, supports all of the major high-resolution streaming, digital streaming outputs via an HDMI. Then it has both an optical toslink and a coaxial digital output. And again, this is when you are using it as a transport. The interface and everything like that makes it absolutely ideal for that application. But the next section is when you are going to be using this as a traditional streamer. It's got balanced outputs, but it also has headphone outputs with an implication of the high and low impedance. So a 1/4 inch or 6.3mm headphone socket goes directly in the middle, and we've got the ability for it to run headphones directly out. Again, it's got an ESS DAC and a Texas Instrument headphone amplifier specifically dedicated to these analog outs. So it's certainly well, look, it's doing an amazing job at every single element of it. Now, should you use it, you've also got balanced connectors there for the left and right, hence the freebie cables that they've introduced. And then we've got the unbalanced or RCA outputs, clearly labelled right and left with the red and white. Now please, before I sign off, hang around for some photographs. I will power this up, I'll plug a network cable in, we have a look at it and take a few photographs of it as it sort of livens up and we have a look. But it's awesome. This brilliant new product from Volumio, the Motivo. It's a streaming transport. It's a traditional streamer with an excellent DAC, and it has absolutely perfect interface, both from its app and from its touchscreen. So it's brilliant, and I'm so happy to have shared it today, here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.